How's it going, guys? Darko343 here. And just to point out, I am pretty peed off, shall we say, to keep it child friendly. So, three guesses why. If you bothered to guess or read the title, you will know the reason I am effed off or annoyed or whatever word you want to use to keep it child friendly. Is YouTube's new partnership program. Shocker. Hello, before we get into this, before we start the whole running and raving thing, I must, I suppose, thank YouTube for finally giving us small YouTubers something to rant about that actually affects us for once, rather than all this here other stuff that we have to sit here and try and do a video on, to jump on the bandwagon, to get more viewers, more subscribers, etc. But have to sit here and pretty much say, now, I know this doesn't affect me personally, but it affects a lot of other people, such as the monetization things, the whole thing with the ad revenue being dropped, because realistically, if you're falling into the partnership program, new terms of conditions of the needing the 4,000 hours view time in like 12 months and the having 1,000 subscribers, you probably weren't overly badly affected by the whole monetization thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you weren't affected by it, but not as much. Probably not enough to do a video on it, let's be honest. If you've got less than 1,000 subscribers and you're not really getting many views, the whole monetization thing ain't really affecting you. Sorry to kind of ruin your parade there a little bit, and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, I might be wrong. Some of you might be making millions with 400 or 500 subscribers. I don't know, but all I know is I'm not. So that gets that bit off my chest. So many may know that YouTube have changed once again their policies, and this time it's about the partnership program, which you think maybe okay changed slightly because it was like you needed 10,000 views total to get partnered, which is probably a really, really, really low band mark for YouTube in general. But it worked. It worked for a long time. Although now, YouTube have kind of done this thing of, they've increased it so high now that it like eliminates every single small YouTuber out there, including me, which is what I'm saying about it actually personally affects me this time, and that's kind of why I'm a little bit effed off about it. For you who are like living under a rock or don't know yet, they are increasing the partnership requirements to needing minimum 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours view time within like 12 months. Now, 4,000 hours, I'm not going to sit and work out in the days, but just know it's a hell of a long time. We all probably get that, consider 24 hours in a day. Over a year probably doesn't sound that much, but if you've got 300 odd subscribers like I do, it's a long bloody time. Now, the reason I'm not swearing in this, like I said before, is to try and keep this here child friendly for now. Because for like the next 2 weeks or something, I'm still monetized and I can still earn money. So let's keep this video ad friendly and child friendly and all of that there. So, more or less, the reason I am annoyed about it is because I have been partnered for years, like literally years. Whenever anyone who doesn't know my background, whenever I first started YouTube, like years ago, I started a channel, kind of did what everybody did, started a channel just to watch videos, and after a while I thought, I could do that, I could put up a video, because back then I was using it mostly for music and things like that there, and maybe lyric videos and things that most people probably back then used it for. Like I'm talking maybe up 2007, 2008, maybe around about that sort of time. That's what I was using it for, and eventually I thought, well, I'll maybe start a channel for my favourites and all that there, such as. Then after a while I thought, I could do a lyric video, this don't look too hard, and I got the good old Windows Movie Maker out, and I made a lyric video, and I put my heart and soul into like 3 lyric videos that took we'll say hours. Probably wasn't hours, but anyway. And I put them up on YouTube. Now, they got loads of views. I had like, I think before I changed my channel, I had like 125,000 views on these lyric videos, which obviously couldn't be monetized or nothing at the time, but it got my view count up brave and high. Because it was copyrighted and all that there, so jazz. So that got me partnered very, very easily and very, very quickly. And I've been partnered ever since. So whenever I've actually changed my channel and stuff, I thought, fantastic, I'm going into this here, hitting the ground running, I'm already partnered and all that there sort of stuff, so I can do this straight out of the market and straight from the mat. So that was brilliant. Do not get me wrong, I know my channel has been neglected. I know that I don't post anywhere near as much as I probably should do, as much as I would like to, or anything like that there, and as much as people who are dead on dedicated to it are. And if you're dead on dedicated to it and you're posting every single time and you're doing what you should have done and you're putting your heart and soul into it, then yeah, you deserve to be partnered. And I get that. Me personally, I could afford to lose a partnership because I'm not really using it that much, other than whenever I have like this little brainstorm of starting this or starting that or starting the other thing, and then kind of fall out of it, as you probably know. Like my What's Going On Wednesday and my Fake It Friday series, they kind of fell at the gate after a couple of weeks because, again, I just wasn't dedicated enough to doing it. So that's my own fault. The only problem is now is if I try now to get back into it, I now have to do it with the sort of starting from scratch again, of being unpartnered, unmonetized, all that there. So just, I've always said I don't use YouTube for the money, because the money I make on YouTube isn't worth talking about. It's really not. To put it bluntly, the money I've made from YouTube so far, I have not even reached enough to withdraw it from Google AdSense or AdWords, whatever you call it. I haven't even been enough to withdraw it from that. I'm aware that's my own fault. I'm aware of that. I'm happy enough with that, and that's the way it is. But the thing is, if I decide now in a month's time, or in like a week's time or whatever, or even 2 weeks' time, to get really dedicated and how I brainstorm and get really back into it, like I have actually been planning on doing. Currently what I've been doing in the background was planning to actually start up my channel again properly, uploading like 2 or 3 times a week, doing like, but I wasn't going to do that until I had, say, maybe 4 or 5 videos in mind recorded, so I had a backup in case I couldn't think of anything in the week. That was in the pipeline, which is now kind of, with this whole monetization thing, is kind of a kick in the teeth for not just me, but a lot of people. A lot of ones who maybe in time wanted to use YouTube as a full-time job. Now, do not get me wrong, I maintain, and I strongly maintain, anybody who quits their job to start a YouTube channel and become world famous is an idiot. And I will say that full board. They are. They really, really are, especially in this day and age. You're an idiot. Do not quit your job to start YouTube, or think you're going to be the next PewDiePie or the next Zoella, or do not get in that illusion that you're going to quit your job today and you're going to be YouTube famous in a week. You're not gonna. It's not going to happen. It takes months. It takes years. It takes a lot of work. So, that being said, I know there's a lot of ones who were going to quit, or maybe reduce their hours and things, and maybe try and make YouTube a full-time job. There's a lot of content creators out there that it is a full-time job, and again, fair play to them. And the problem is, this here side of things doesn't affect them. It doesn't. Because once you've reached that mark of the 1,000 subscribers on the 4,000 hours, you're laughing. It doesn't affect you. You don't lose monetization. You don't lose your partnership. You don't care. So that's the problem. This here purely affects us small YouTubers and us only. Also, just on a side note, as I'm recording this here video and I've just noticed something, I do not only own one t-shirt. It just happens that I was wearing the same t-shirt last time I did another video, which was days ago. Just to point that out there, I do actually own more than one t-shirt. I just wear this one a lot. Um, but what I'm saying is, right, this is a prime example. It's actually like almost reverse Robin Hood. You know, taking from the poor and giving to the rich. It's like YouTube have more or less said that all small YouTubers, they don't care about us. All they care about is the people who are making the money, and will continue to make the money. That's all they care about. If we're not making their money, they don't want us. So advertisers now only want people who have a massive fan base, who are already posting quality content that is getting advertising and things like that, and we can more or less do what the hell we want. Now, that to me is a very, very, very bad approach to take. Once again, that was my phone, and I apologise for that again. As I have now got used to doing a video, and you know what, I'm actually probably going to start apologising for my phone, and people just take it for granted that my phone's going to go off at some stage in this video. But I know I'm kind of ranting and raving a little bit here, and I get that, but it's because I'm so annoyed. I am so, so, so furious that it's like we do not matter. And I know in the great scheme of things, a small YouTuber doesn't matter, and I get that. In the great scheme of things of making a business, we don't matter. But we put a lot of hours into our videos. We put a lot of time and a lot of effort into our videos. By the way, this here video here is going up as raw footage. I'm not even going to add an intro or an outro to it or nothing. This is going up as purely raw footage because it can't be arsed. And that sounds terrible, but I'm so annoyed that I'm not going to spend the time editing it and doing all the things like that there. I'm going to put up as raw footage and see how it goes. That's what I'm going to do. But the thing is, like, YouTube have more or less just says, you know, kind of nice knowing you, see you later, take her handy. Which is, I'm not going to say it's unfair, because that's a very butthurt, boo-hoo sort of childlike thingy, but it's gutting. It's soul destroying. It's like, I know, yes, and again, I've said it before, I have not put as much effort into my channel as I should have done, and I'm aware of that. But at the end of the day, I have still put in effort into my videos. I've still made videos for YouTube. I've done that their side of things. I have put the effort in that way, and that annoys me. That, like, it's like, oh well, you know, you got partnered. Congratulations. Now we're taking it off you. Sorry. Like, the odds of me ever getting partnered now, like, is probably very, very slim. Unless I put my heart and soul back into this. I'm posting all the time and doing that there for literally nothing. For the chance that I might eventually get that goal, that subscriber rate and all that there. You know, I might get that, I might not, but I have to put my heart and soul into it to be soul destroyed and kicked down every single hurdle. And I think eventually that will make a lot of people leave. And that's maybe YouTube's main goal, is to try and get all the small content creators off YouTube and only have the ones making the money. If that happens, YouTube will turn into a very, very dull place. Because YouTube is not for fun anymore. YouTube is not for people who want to go on and do it for themselves and do it for their laugh and things like that. Because we're getting kicked out at every hurdle. We really are. I've always said it's not about purely money, and I get that, and it's not. If it's for money, I wouldn't be making this video. Put it that way. It's because I have a want to do it, and I have a want to talk to people and inform people of what's going on. As much like a lot of ones do. The problem is, but the money helps. The money helps keep the lights on. The money helps keep the food on the table. The money helps pay for the equipment that we need to put up these videos. Like, this equipment doesn't come for free unless you're already making shitloads of money and they give it to you for free that way. Again, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. That's what they're doing. But the only bright side of it is maybe that this whole thing that people are doing now, this whole bad boy turn good boy thing, of the whole I can't swear and I can't say certain words and things like that there, because I have to appeal to younger audiences, I have to appeal to advertisers and all that there. At the end of the day, that will change now probably, and I would put money on that saying it would. I would put my whole YouTube salary on it, saying it'll change. because I always hear people now who are like, well, do you know what? I'm not being demonetized anymore anyway, so I can say whatever the hell I want within reason. I'm not going to in this video because for the next 2 weeks this is still going monetized, and let's get that money roll in, because get rich before monetization hashtag, yeah. But you know what I mean. At the end of the day, in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, roughly, I can go back to saying whatever the beeping hell I beeping want to. And though I'm not speaking Morse code, I'm just keeping it child friendly. But I will end up just being able to say whatever the beeping hell I beeping want to, and YouTube can go and beep themselves. So, and I think I will probably be the same as a lot of people on that. So, for some reasons, it may be a breath of fresh air that YouTube has now lost this whole censorship thing of appeal to everybody and appeal to advertisers and all that there, or you won't get monetized. Saw it. I ain't even monetized anymore anyway, so I can officially do whatever the hell I want, and every YouTuber now can do, unless you're big and get monetized, and in which case, sorry, you still have to watch what you say. So, this is probably another flaw that YouTube probably hasn't thought out as well as it should have done. Whoopee! Oh, having said that, I must say I'm not surprised. YouTube don't really generally think about the people and their policies and things like that. And it's not just YouTube, let's be honest, it's Google. And, Darwin saying brush and all that there, at the end of the day, Google owns YouTube to some degree, so it's Google. It's, you make us money, you continue to make us money. You don't make us money, you don't need to worry about not making us money anymore, because you ain't making money either. You want to make money? Get big? Get a job. That's, what? Use our platform every single day? Reward you? Hell no. What? You put time and effort into putting videos up on our platform? What the hell would we reward you for? YouTube's going to get a very, very dull place. Very, very quickly. It's going to have a new motto. YouTube. Just like people. We all know what happened to people, don't we? Does anyone still use people anymore? People, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Like, I did a video, I don't know if you remember or not. I did a video, about a year ago now probably, about the whole, maybe 2 years now, I don't know, irrelevant, about the whole thing of being YouTube's over party, YouTube dead thing. Do you remember that there franchise of the YouTube dead theory? Well, it's getting more and more like it. YouTube has died a death. Congratulations, YouTube. You are knackered. Well, not knackered, because there's still people going to make money. But I think the thing is, the thing about it is, and I can't speak for big YouTubers, because, big YouTubers maybe think, oh, do you know what? It's all the small YouTubers. I'm making money. But I think a lot of the you bigger YouTubers now, YouTube's community, and I think we all look out for each other in some degree, or at least care what other people is doing. Hence the YouTube drama. If somebody in YouTube's having a bad time of it, everybody wants involved. Sometimes it's the sharpening the pitchforks. Sometimes it's the throw in a wee bit of a information boost and a bit of a subscriber base boost and a bit of greed, more with a better word. But I think other times it's the voice and opinion saying about things that aren't right and things like that there. And I think there's a few bigger YouTubers. I say bigger, I don't know how big they are. They're maybe not massive, but have definitely done a video about this here, complaining about how it's going to affect the smaller YouTubers. And it doesn't bother them because they're above, like I say, above that threshold. So it wouldn't bother them, it doesn't affect them. But it's nice to know that you're at least being spoke about and cared about. But I don't really know where to leave this video, and that's probably good enough as any. But, you know, guess that's it, folks. You know, I don't know. You never know. They might go back on it. They might change it soon, or maybe a new platform will arise, and we'll all be rising stars on there, and we'll all be millionaires by this time next year. If anyone watches You Only Fools and Horses, you'll know how that one went. But we'll see how it goes, guys. If you've watched this to the end, thank you very much, because God knows now I need it. Because those 4,000 hours ain't gonna come cheap, or ain't gonna come by themselves. So if you watch this here to the end, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if anyone knows where I can find 700 subscribers anytime soon, be sure to send it my way, and greatly appreciate it, because I need them now for about the next 2 weeks. Before, within the next 2 weeks. So, like I say, if anyone's got any 700 friends they want to throw my way, by all means, greatly appreciate it. So, if you get a chance, watch and rewatch the video and tell your friends, and do it with the ad blocker off so you can make me loads of money. That was a joke. Haha. Haha. Ha. He laughed hysterically. I don't know, I'm going to lose him now. I'm going to say that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. So thank you very much for watching. I have been Dark Crow 343 as always, and I shall see you in the next one. God knows when that'll be, but I'll see you sometime. Peace out, guys. Take care, and thank you for watching.